Get over it, Buttercup. This is Man on a Mission. My mission is to educate and to enlighten. I don't want you to simply just listen to me. I want you to research. I want you to take the time to take your head out of the sand, to put your ass on the ground instead of up in the air. I'm going to read you this short disclaimer real quick, just because I feel like it's necessary for the future of this cast to cover some loose ends. If at any point you find yourself getting offended, pissed off, upset, or anything else I may have missed, suck it up, Buttercup. Remember, you live in America. It's time to start acting like it. Please note that some of the content that will be discussed on this podcast may be considered offensive, rude. Some of it may be inaccurate or wrong. There will be no topic not discussed or avoided. There's no point in that. We're Americans. We don't give a shit. We talk about everything. We resolve things. That's the point. This is an open forum, and all views are welcome. All future callers will be kept anonymous unless consent is given by the individual. The opinions expressed by the Man on the Mission and those providing comments are his and theirs alone, and do not reflect the opinions of YouTube or their affiliates, employees, or anything thereof. YouTube is not responsible for the accuracy of any of the information provided to you by Man on a Mission. So let's talk a little bit about what I want to do. What I'm hoping to do is get everybody on the same page. We can fight together for gay rights. Gays want to get married? Fantastic. That's on you. Okay? You want to take God off the dollar bill? Absolutely not. If you think our founding fathers weren't religious, you need to get your facts straight, because they were. Doesn't matter what religion, they were religious. Okay, so all you anarchists out there that think that our founding fathers weren't religious, you need to get your head out of your ass, because it's not true. They were. History proves it. Okay? Another thing. You can call me whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Have whatever opinions you're allowed to have, because guess what? That's the beauty of freedom of speech. But make sure you get one thing accurate. I'm not here for anything other than to hopefully enlighten people into the fucked up shit that's going on around us in today's world. Our education system, for example, is totally screwed. From K to 12, it needs an overhaul. Who haven't seen that is out of your mind. There's no reason why we're ranked so low as a country. It's ridiculous. Okay? Part of that, I believe, it's our government keeping shit from us. I love my country. I'm an American, true to the heart. But I don't trust my government. And they've done enough to make that a reality. I don't care your race. I don't care about your background. I don't care about your ethnics. I don't care about your religion. We're in America. It's the fucking melting pot, for Christ's sakes. But what I do care about is hypocritical bullshit. For example, you have the separation of church and state. Completely a wrong idea. Some hypocritical mother or whatever woke up one morning and was like, oh no, we can't have that. So the government turned around and was like, okay, completely separated. Bullshit. People need to know history. Religion is a huge part of history that dates back way before Catholicism and all this other junk. Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, all this other stuff goes way back. Okay? So it's a part of our heritage, it's a part of our history. Why are we not allowed to teach that in school? Why are we not allowed to say, in God we trust? That's what our nation was founded off of. I don't understand it. But yet, I read every day about some school, in some state, in some county, in some district about how they're now teaching Muslims. They're teaching the Muslim religion. How is that possible? I can't figure that out. We're not allowed to teach Catholic, Protestant, but we're allowed to teach them the Muslim religion. Something's not right. What about all this other stuff? Muslims are getting offended because they're not allowed to pray during this time. That's not fair. Okay? We're in America. You're allowed to eat, sleep, pray, work. But when you're on the job, you're on the job. That's the bottom line. Got it? We're in America. I'm not black, I'm not Asian, I'm not Indian. I'm white. And I'm proud to be white. If that's a crime, so be it. You should be proud to be black. You should be proud to be Asian. You should be proud to be Russian. You should be proud to be whoever it is that you are. You're going to hold something against me, something that my ancestors did decades or hundreds of years ago? That's fucked up. Because it's not my fault. Okay? Was it wrong? Absolutely. Did we learn from it? Yes. Are we still recovering from it? Yes. But don't hold it against me. I am here and now. I am in control of this generation. I can make a change today. You can't change the past. You can't fight the past. The past is the past. Get over it. Okay? Those who get stuck in the past are forever doomed for a piss poor future. Let's move forward. Let's start anew. Okay? Is racism wrong? Absolutely. Do blacks against whites? That's a hate crime. Reverse discrimination exists. Is it wrong? Yes. We need a change. We need to come together. We need to realize that blood is blood, and no matter what blood you are, you're blood. We're all humans. We need to help each other out. I'm sick and tired of it, man. You see on the news, oh, this kid got beat up while all these people are watching, filming, but nobody wants to step in and stop it? Come on, man. We're better than that. The views of all the world around us is changing. We're not the America that everyone used to look up to. And why is that? Politically correctness? Come on, man. Somebody made that up because somebody's feelings got hurt back in the day, and they decided that a word needed to be created and a system around that word needed to be created to give people safe zones. There are stuff that we can do about bullying that we don't need to be politically correct all the time. We're adults. Start acting like it. You want to be an adult and act like a kid? Go to a mental institution, because that's where you belong. Liberal media, bullshit. Negative, 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 negative. All negative. I have ideas. I have ways that I think might help us better as a country. And I'm sure, as a matter of fact, I know for a fact that there are other people out there with ideas that could be put into place, but they don't know what to do or where to go about it. And I'm hoping at one point in time that this podcast gets big enough that we can send our changes up and we can make the changes that we need to make America better. Because at the end of the day, you and I, we both live in America. God bless America. You want to talk about hate crimes? You want to talk about, oh my God, the cops? Yeah, Obama started blackballing our local police forces. Why did he do that? Nobody knows. But it's the most bullshit I've ever heard. Okay? Those are the men and women out there that are protecting us every day. That allows me to get in my car, go from school, work, home, sleep at night, not worrying about anything. It's the men and women in blue and the men and women that serve in our nation's military that protect us. And to think that these people are getting criticized and ridiculed because one kid didn't think right, was on drugs, and decided to pull a gun on a cop. Like, come on, man, stop breaking the law. If you stop breaking the law stops breaking you. If you follow the law, there's no reason for you to be scared. But if you continuously break the law is going to break you. I'm all for the Second Amendment. Fuck it, man, absolutely. I don't own a gun. I wish I did, but I don't. And you know why I think that everyone should have open conceal? Because at the end of the day, let's think about this one clearly. You got 5 people at a Wawa or Quick Mart or 7-Eleven, whatever it is in your area. You got 5 people. One of them walks in and decides, I'm going to rob the joint today. Okay? Now, if everyone had an open carry law, that 5th person might turn around and say, wow, you know what? 3 or 4 of the people around me might also have a gun. Do I really want to die today? I'm going to decide not to rob the store today. But no, the government, the states, the governors, all these people, congressmen, think that by attacking the law-abiding citizens, they're going to correct the ones that aren't following the law. Yeah, I'm going to throw 1 million diamonds on the ground and say, don't touch them. Yeah, okay. It's the law-abiding citizens that are the least threatening of everybody. You don't see law-abiding citizens, permit holders going and shooting up schools. No, you see people that illegally get guns. They come in, they decide, you know what? I'm going to go fucking nuts today. I'm going to go postal on everybody, and then they shoot up schools. And no, it's bullshit, man. Give a teacher a gun. Teach them how to use it. And watch what happens the next time somebody comes in with a semi-automatic. I guarantee you they're thinking twice. It's not going to happen anymore. You don't fix a problem by taking away the rights of the people that are causing the problem. What needs to happen is, I'll tell you what, Congress, our great state, corruption and greed, needs to step it up. They need to stop the selling of ammunition and guns on the black market just to get a quick buck. Stop the drug cartels, not just a few, and let a few come through so you can get a bigger cut. All of it. That's a problem. You want to know why drugs are running rampant on our streets? Let's ask the government, because it's all fucking there. That's driving me insane. And what's going to happen is, over the next however long on this show, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all this. And I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your opinion. Because at the end of the day, we have the ability to make the change. We have the ability to work together and work for a greater good. We have the ability to do what's right. The Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, that was all written for us, for the people, by the people. Somewhere in our history, people began to get stupider and stupider and stupider, more ignorant and ignorant and ignorant. They think that, oh, I'm just going to turn my head. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. It's better off that way. That's what's wrong. It's wrong. If you see something, you say something. Collectively, we can change what's wrong. We the people have the right. We the people together can make a better America. That's what I'm hoping for. If you get offended by what I gotta say, I don't care. Because the reality of it is, anything needs to change. I'm not sitting here trying to be a martyr. I have ideas. That's all they are. This started with an idea. It started because I'm watching TV. I don't even watch TV anymore because of the bullshit. I read these articles on news, and it's worse and worse and worse. Since when has world news been more reliable and more accurate than our own news? And why hasn't anyone done anything about it? Don't these questions irk you, keep you up at night? If you think that one person and only one person can't make a change, you're wrong. One person standing up for what's right and what's good can make a difference. But he can't do it alone. You can only go so far. If we can get big enough, strong enough, and opinionated enough, we can make the change that's needed. All the way to the top. Because I don't think Congress should be I don't think congressmen and women should be in office as long as they are. There needs to be term limits. These motherfuckers, they get in office, they preach. Yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. And as soon as I get in the office, guess what I do? I got 50 years. What's the rush? Fucking people don't care. Bullshit. I care. And I think together we can make that difference. I also don't think those motherfuckers should get pensions, life pensions for every year that they're on. Some get millions. Who the fuck needs millions of dollars? Let's face it. That's a problem. The NFL commissioner, for example, last couple years ago took a major pay cut. Guess how much he made last year? Over tens of millions of dollars. That's bullshit. Just for being the commissioner of the NFL. You got veterans on the streets that are starving, that are homeless, that have served this country, that are the reason why we were great. And we treat them like shit. You got people in blue, you got people in the military that still get treated like shit. If you believe that they're right by being treated like shit, then you're a part of the problem. I salute the men and women that have served this country and that are currently serving this country because I believe that they deserve it. They give up their homes, they give up their families, they give up their lives, they give up everything for me, for you, for our freedom, for our government, and how our government treats them is bullshit. If you want to ask me, I believe that every veteran, when they come back from war, shouldn't have to worry about shit because they get paid like shit while they're out there. So when they get back, to be treated like shit, to be paid like shit, and not have anything else to come back to, that's fucked up. You get somebody who comes back from war and their house was taken away because the banks didn't get their payment. I don't think they should be paid. I don't think the banks should. I think they should be given a home, a permanent home. Psychiatric help, because some of those people are really messed up in the heads. They can't do anything about it. The visions of war, to see what those guys see, those men and women they see, I can only imagine, like, it would be mind-blowing. And these men and women are doing it every day. There's something fucked up. For somebody to sit in a chair, make $5 million, $10 million, $15 million while we have starving Americans, American veterans, children. Where's the logic in that? I don't see it. It needs to change. We need to take better care of our own people. It breaks my heart to see this shit. But it gives me hope every time I see something that you don't see on liberal news. Every time you see a homeless man getting help. Every time you see a veteran that's saluted. That makes and allows me to have hope for this country. And I'll tell you a little story. A couple months ago, I was at Wendy's in Delaware. And I saw a veteran. Had to have been late 80s. By himself, ordering food. Pays for his meal. Grabs the tray. Goes to bring it over to the condiment table. Gets his condiments. As he's walking back to his table, he falls. Food's everywhere. You know what 90% of the people did in the restaurant? They just stared at him. They fucking stared at him. You know what I did? Yeah, I went over there and helped him up. I went over there, made sure that he got to his seat all right. I gave him napkins to heal his wounds because he was bleeding. That's bullshit. You know what somebody said? Oh, I wish we would have gotten that on camera. Who the fuck thinks that way? You're a problem if you think that way. Not one other person in that restaurant wanted to help that man. That's sad. Is that really the kind of fucking world we live in today? I just can't believe it. I say it, but I can't believe it. But I guarantee you, if that was you, you would want to help. You would want somebody to help you. And I think we owe it to them. We owe it to ourselves to help the less fortunate. I just don't understand why we're not. What makes you better than somebody else? The clothes on your back? The car you drive? The house you live in? Your bank account? Because at the end of the day, when it's your time to go, none of that shit matters. None of it. It don't matter if you're black. It don't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're Asian. Nothing matters when the time comes and your number is called. And that's the cold, hard truth. And I don't think enough people truly realize that. Throughout history, we've seen it. And it's disgusting. At what point in time are we going to change? At what point in time are we going to wake up and say, oh my God, we need to do something. We need to do something about this. That's what I plan to do. That's what I hope to accomplish. I hope that my show, and I'm going to have a number that I'm going to give you guys that you can call in, and I'm going to have people calling in and add, commentary and their thoughts, because I've really encouraged that. But I hope that we together can make a change. Because America, the world, needs a change. This is Man on the Mission, and I'm signing out for tonight. Good night.